Welcome to our channel. We're the sisters.
I'm Motley.
And I'm Berlinda. Today we're going to be discussing respite care. My sister will tell you more information about that.
You know, many people have wondered, you talk about the challenges that you face due to your child with special needs. And many people wonder, do you have any time for socializing? Well, I want to tell you, yes, I do. What I have to do is I have to make sure that I do not leave my child with just anyone. If whoever is watching my child, I need to make sure that that person understands what my child is going through. That person needs to understand my child's condition. And like we always said, you need to have a good support system, like my sister here, or my mom, or my son's dad. What I do is whoever watches my child, I make sure that they are trained in understanding my child's condition. For example, even though my child, my son, is a teenager, he still has tantrums. So whoever watches my child, they need to understand how to handle that situation. Right. My child, my son, still elopes or he escapes many times. And if somebody's watching him, he or she needs to understand how to handle that situation. And so I do not let anyone watch my child just because they're my friend. You need to be trained in how to be able to handle certain situations. And let's say you don't have a good support system. Then my sister is going to tell you about what else you could do to ensure that, that you have that self-care and be able to socialize and things like that.
Okay, so again, respite care is basically a place you can send your child where they will be in a safe environment with professionals that are trained and, they understand the needs for your child. Okay, so they're in a safe environment with professional people who genuinely care about your children.
Yes,
okay, and your children also have an opportunity to mingle with other kids. Okay, and so that's their time to have fun, mingle with people that are trained and care for them. And while your kids are in respite, you have an opportunity to take a break, relax, replenish, right? Because, you may as a parent feel like, oh my gosh, am I a good parent for letting somebody else, watch my child while I'm trying to have date night with my husband or while I'm trying to get that massage? Don't feel guilty because, you know what, you need a break, okay? Because, we understand that it takes a lot. It takes a lot to be a parent. But it takes even more to be a parent with special needs.
Yes, it does.
Because it just, it can be draining emotionally and physically because it's just every day, all the time. Imagine, okay, you have a 2-year-old child, right? And you know that eventually that 2-year-old child is going to, grow up and be more dependent. And little by little, they'll have more, they'll be more independent and it'll give you more time for yourself. But imagine having that 2-year-old child, right, in that state for about 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Okay, where you are constantly supervising that child, right? Mm-hmm. It's difficult. It's hard. And I'm going to be honest, it can be very draining because you're just emotionally and physically exhausted. On top of going to work, paying the bills, and everything else, it's just a lot. It takes a lot out of you. So you shouldn't feel guilty for trying to have that time to be a better parent, because you are a good parent, right? But you need that time because to have your sanity, right?
Exactly.
Because if you are rested and replenished, guess what? You can be that great parent that you know that you are.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And I wanted to add, when it comes to respite, there again, like we said, there are facilities that will offer respite care, and some of them will offer you certain amount of hours that you have per year, and others will offer a minimal fee for them to provide care for your child. There are some facilities that will provide care for you for even up to 2 weeks. I'm not there yet. I have to admit, I'm not comfortable with, leaving my son, while I'm enjoying myself for 2 weeks. That's too long. What I do is I will drop him off maybe for 2 to 4 hours. That's just me. I'm more comfortable. I want to share with you what to look for when you are trying to seek an appropriate respite care facility for your child. First, that facility should offer you a tour. They should not be hiding anything from you. Second, the professionals, the people that are working there, should have background checks. Make sure that they do. And third, you're going to fill out a form because respite care is going to become a home away from home for your child. So they want to know how to handle certain situations. If your child has a meltdown, whatever way that you handle it, they want to have consistency and handle it the same way. They want to know any dietary needs that your child may have. So don't feel guilty. Like I said, I know at first I did feel guilty for, dropping off my son at times to respite, but I feel so rejuvenated at times because, again, although I love my son and I love to spend time with him, but I also need time for me. So again, try respite care. It's really a phenomenal service for people with kids and adults with special needs.
And again, this is our journey, and we're just letting you know what we do. But again, to each his own, and you do what's best for your child, and you know what that is. And also, please feel free to help us by purchasing our book that we wrote about our journey by clicking on the link below. We'd greatly appreciate it.
And by the way, that book was illustrated by my nieces, so they wanted to be a part of it. So if you have any questions or anything else that you'd like for us to discuss, please feel free to put it in the comments. Subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye.